I think this is a process that's running completely as it should. It's being headed by the Deputy Attorney General, and the Attorney General, as we've noted in the past, the FBI Director reports to the Deputy Attorney General. They continue to move through a series of highly qualified candidates, and it's, obviously this is a huge priority for the President to make sure that we have someone that has the ability to administer the proper leadership. There's frankly no need for a special prosecutor. We've discussed this before. You have two Senate committees that are looking into this. The FBI is conducting their own review, and I think if you even look at what Acting Director McCabe said last week, he made it very clear that they have the resources that they need, and that the work continues. But the bottom line is, again, I think part of it is there's a difference between what we've talked about in that, and it's been made very clear that there's been, with respect to the President himself, both Senator Schumer, Senator Feinstein, Senator Manchin, and everyone else who have been briefed on this have been very clear that there was no collusion with respect to the President himself and no investigation there.
Is the White House intending to cooperate with those requests and furnish that information as requested in writing?
I think I made it clear last week that the President has nothing further on that. Hunter.
Wait, Sean. Does that mean that the President will deny the
I think
request?
I said, I was very clear that the President would have nothing further on that last week.
In which the President would defy the legislative branch's request. That's what you're saying.
Alexis, I made it clear what the President's position is on that issue. The President's reaction to this, to what his position has been completely misrepresented. If you think about what he said to NBC News, he said, one, he didn't care that this action would make matters worse for him, that it, quote, might even lengthen out the investigation because he would take action against Jim Comey and firing him. He said that he wants the investigation to be done, quote, absolutely properly. And he said that he might even confuse some people that he would take this action knowing it would make matters worse for him. The actions that he took, he knew could be detrimental to himself, but none of those things mattered because the President had to do the right thing for the American people because he believes that Jim Comey was the wrong man for that position. And I think that we've got to be very clear as to the reason that the President took the actions that he did. He knew that what he did could be detrimental to himself. It could lengthen the investigation, but he knew it was the right thing for the country, the right thing for the FBI, and the right thing to get to the bottom of this.
Why do you believe Comey was the wrong person for the American people?
Because he didn't have the leadership skills necessary to lead that institution. And as he said in the statement at the time, the FBI is the crown jewel of law enforcement, and they deserve a leader that can properly lead the institution. Thank you guys very much. I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you.
Give us a special prosecutor. He wants to do the right thing.
Where are the tapes, Sean?
Hey, Mark. Yeah,